This speech is to all the people who think Donald Trump won't do well as president. If you are already a Donald Trump supporter, then this message should already ring true to you. Yes, he has a tendency to speak without thinking, and lately has been in the news for saying some inappropriate remarks years ago. What I found, though, is that most people's problems with him are at a personal level. Here's my candid opinion on that. The president should not be our moral compass. What he does behind closed doors and the life he has lived in the past are none of my concern. I feel like the president already has too many hats to wear as it is. CEO, CFO, Commander-in-Chief, and the list goes on. To think that he should also be our mom and dad and teach us the way to a right and just life is asking way too much of one human being. What some people may not realize, though, is that Trump is going to bring some much-needed change to our country. This change scares some people, but for people like me, it brings a sense of excitement, an excitement that I've never felt in the 18 years I've been able to vote. There are many, many reasons why I think Donald Trump will be a great president, but I'd like to talk about some of the main ones. Donald Trump has high standards. He believes in American exceptionalism. He's committed to education, and he demands high performance from anyone he associates with. What I really love is he has been known to fire anyone that does not meet his high standards. I feel like Donald Trump will hire the best people in the country for the most important positions. To me, that is the most important trait that is found in a great leader. One person can't do it all, and they must possess the ability to put the right people in the right places to get the job done. Donald Trump cannot be bought. Trump has a confident and powerful personality that is perfectly suited for politics. Unlike other politicians who tend to be swayed by lobbyists and special interests, Trump's interests are the success and prosperity of the American people. So many presidential decisions have been made as return favors to the groups that contributed to their campaign. The decision the president makes should be for the good of the people and the country. Donald Trump knows how to build an empire. He is extremely rich, obviously, and his track record for financial success proves that he knows how to build a successful empire. With the national debt in the trillions, he is the sort of leader that might be able to turn it all around. Donald Trump is a true American. His loyalty will only be to America and Americans, not any political party, special interest group, or foreign entity. Like his slogan reads, "Make America Great Again." Donald Trump has his priorities straight. He has emphasized beliefs in free enterprise and a strong military. He repeatedly highlights his acumen for success, his ability to get things done, and understanding of finances. To be a successful country, smart deals must be made. Donald Trump literally wrote the book on making deals. He is undeniably a great negotiator, and despite his outrageous public statements in the recent past, he knows how to navigate complex deals and convince a wide variety of industries, businesses, and investors to do what he wants and to work with him to achieve his goals. Donald Trump speaks the truth. He isn't politically correct, he isn't afraid to say what he thinks, and he can certainly voice an opinion. If he has an issue with you, he will say it to your face. I'm looking forward to having a politician in office with that level of transparency. Donald Trump will impose term limits on members of Congress. This is another victory for people who do not like government. He announced just weeks before the general election that he has new ways to drain the swamp. This means that people like John McCain and others who have spent a lifetime working in politics and getting rich in the process will have to leave politics after a certain number of years and get a normal job like the rest of America. Donald Trump will impose a hiring freeze on the federal workforce. He also has an issue with how government just seems to be constantly expanding and employing more people. So instead of hiring new people to work in government offices, Trump is proposing that nobody is able to get a job in the federal workforce for at least the next 4 years. This will, of course, not include people employed by the U.S. Armed Forces or similarly necessary services, but it will mean that government offices that spend half their time moving paperwork back and forth won't be getting any new members of staff anytime soon. Donald Trump will help the United States save billions on United Nations climate change programs. The United States currently pays the United Nations billions of dollars every year to assist with their climate change programs. If you're concerned about global warming, then this probably isn't a policy for you. But if you're concerned about the fact that the United States now owes almost $20 trillion, then this is definitely a policy for you. I'm all for helping the environment, but we need to start thinking locally instead of globally for once. Donald Trump will ban foreign lobbyists fundraising for U.S. elections. Trump seems to be the only candidate talking about how important it is that foreign governments and lobbyists don't have any power over U.S. elections. Hillary Clinton, for instance, has been taking millions from corrupt governments for years, and even raking in millions from Saudi Arabia, a country which doesn't hold women in high regard at all. Talk about irony. One of Trump's newest policies is to ban foreign lobbyists from fundraising for United States governments. meaning that it will be only American people and companies who will be able to have a major influence on the result of the election. So, folks, these are just a few reasons why I think Donald Trump will be a great president. But whether you agree with me or not, he has been chosen to the job, and it is our job as Americans to support him and his cabinet and hope he truly is able to make America great again.